Everyone's got the best SEO. Everyone's got everything perfect. There's no problems. You guys are having it all. You're
So
all
I
like,
was wondering what your opinions are on what the order should be in the link in the URL, keyword plus location or location then keyword.
in the URL. Can you explain yourself a bit more? What do you mean?
So if it says something like plumbers 90035 or plumbers Los Angeles versus Los Angeles plumbers or 90035 plumbers.
So 90035 would be a zip code?
Yes, yeah,
Okay. Um, and you're talking about like the URL on the website.
yes, yeah.
There's really not a huge deal with that. Typically for us here in town, it kind of depends upon for when we're dealing with locations, it typically will depend upon the number of locations that they've got and the kind of area served. Like here in the Tampa area, sometimes we have clients that service multiple counties. So here in Tampa, for those of you who are in it, you'll know. Those that aren't, there's Tampa Bay is in Hillsborough County. I live in Land O'Lakes, which is in Pasco County. There's a few other counties that Clearwater and St. Peter is in Pinellas County. So some of our clients who cover multiple counties, we create a county page, and then in each county, we create a city page. So you might have .com slash Hillsborough-County slash Tampa or Tampa Bay
Okay.
slash or Tampa Plumbers or Tampa Roofing Contractor or whatever. So you could do that. Again, it's not a major influencing factor, the URL,
Okay.
which way you do it. Google
Okay.
is much smarter now than they've been in the past. Back in the day, 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when I really, was doing this every day for like me doing it as opposed to having a team. Everything mattered. Every single thing mattered, And what we would do back then is we'd look at the keyword research, see which of the words, which of those phrases is being searched for more. If they're searching for plumbers in Tampa or plumbers Tampa versus Tampa plumbers, well, I'm going to go with the one that was searched for the most. You know what though? Google, they know that they both mean the same thing. When you look at if you go to like Google's Google Ads and you look at the keyword research tool, a lot of times you'll see 4, 5, 6 words or phrases that are very similar, have exactly the same number of searches. They don't have the exact same number of searches. Google equates them as being the same thing, right? They mean the same thing, the intent behind it. So if someone types in Tampa plumbers, plumbers in Tampa, plumbers Tampa Bay, right? It all means the same thing. If you're looking for a plumber and you live in Tampa, and Google understands the intent behind the search. It's no longer about the exact keyword phrase anymore. And because we are now talking to our devices and we're talking to Siri and Google and Alexa and whatnot, we ask way more complicated questions, right? Where can I find the best slice of pepperoni pizza in the Tampa Bay area? Right? You never type that into a Google search though when you're on desktop, right? You say pizza near me or best Italian pizza or best Italian near me or something like that. And many times nowadays, because we're searching in this long form content, that keyword phrase or that phrase that you're isn't even on the page. So how do you get the best results? Because Google understands intent. They know what you're looking for. And so they are much better at understanding that. And that's the same thing with URLs, headlines, and so on. But here's the one thing I would say though. If you're going to go with, city and then service name or service and city name, just be consistent. Just keep it the same. So if you got multiple cities or multiple counties, make sure however you're doing it that you're putting them in the same place. But it's not really a big deal anymore as far as, and I probably wouldn't use zips at all anymore, especially not in URLs. I mean, it's so rare that anybody's putting in a zip code these days. It's very rare. I mean, I almost never see it in any of the search results that I'm looking for in the Google Search Console. It's super rare. There's a couple of industries I think that are still, you can still find it. I remember junk removal was one that I saw just tons of zip codes for some reason. But most of the time now, most of what we're seeing a lot of these days, as opposed to zip codes, is near me. That's the thing we're seeing a lot of, right? Everyone's saying, I was just working with a legal client earlier, criminal defense lawyer near me. criminal attorney near me, criminal defense lawyer versus attorney near me. I mean, that's what people are looking for now. And it's more important to sort of try to figure out the near me side of things than it is to worry about like, hey, is my URL got the city and then the service of the city. Just be consistent and you should be fine.
Okay. Thank you.